Hey, friends. It is Melinda Rychlik-Clark here with Empower the Yet, where I help busy mamas get focused on their business in a way that can help them scale it by using virtual assistant services, virtual assistant coaching for their teens and tweens, as well as breakthrough coaching, okay, for your mindset. I'm telling you, when you slay your mindset, you guys, it is life changing. So I am writing curriculum for teens and tweens to become virtual assistants. So if you like that, then drop it below. Just say teens and tweens, and I'll know that you really like that idea. And also know that I'm also in the process of creating a mindset course for teens and tweens to empower them to feel good and who they are through Christ and their identity in the Lord. And so I just really think that that this is so and going to be so impactful for them. I have a 13-year-old and 11-year-old and daughters, and then I have 3 boys coming up, and I'm going to tell you this is going to work for all of them. It's not just for girls, it's for the boys also. But if you can get right in your head your identity in Christ, I'm telling you, the sky's the limit. You know that nothing is going to suck the life out of you. Nothing is going to be able to break your mind or whatever. Like like you have God in you. You are walking forward in faith. And when you do these 3 things that I'm going to talk about today, I'm telling you, it is going to be just life-changing. Okay. So a little bit about my story is I wrote a book. It's called Slay Those Giants, Girl. You can find it on Amazon. And I am super excited because it's written in a form where it's like a devotional, kind of. It's small chapters. It's a little intense at time, but I'm raw and real in it. And there's places in the back that you can be able to journal about your story. Okay. There are 8 steps in the back that I really feel so strongly. I'm going to cover 3 today that is so important for slaying your mindset. Okay. A little bit about me. I was raised in a small Northeast Texas town in Texas, and I love being a Texas girl. I love being raised in a small town. There's so much value being raised in a small town. And I was raised in a Christian home, and I was a rebellious teen. You guys, I was a parent's worst nightmare. Not even gonna lie. I was angry. My parents were divorced. I had a lot of anger, pent up anger about my mom being sick. She had multiple sclerosis. She was diagnosed when I was 8. I just was really angry. And every time I prayed, I never felt like God was listening to me. Ever feel that way? I was wrong. Okay. But what I realized is that, I understand now what happened back then and how I got here now. And I'm so grateful for my life now. My life's not perfect. I am a mom of 5 kids. And it's crazy around here. How many of you feel the same way about that? I am divorced and remarried. And so, co-parenting life to, blended family life. It gets nuts around here. It does. We've got crazy schedules and all the things. And so, but to back up a little bit, and one of the reasons why that I feel like I'm prompted to talk about this right now, is because in October, it's Sober October. And what I have found is that, being alcohol free, sober for over 6 years, I've worked on my mindset a lot. And what I realized is that, self-medicating with alcohol was not the answer to my problems. What was the answer to my problems was surrendering completely my life to God and getting firm in my faith and working on my mindset, working on the negative stuff that I was telling myself all those years that wasn't true. It wasn't true. It was I was inputting, taking things that were being said to me, bullying, uh, you know, all the choices I made in my life that were just really awful. And so it's like peeling an onion, right? You're peeling that onion back so you can really see um, what you're supposed to do in the moments when you're supposed to make decisions. Okay. Um, so once I decided to completely surrender and I wanted to change my life, I wanted to set myself free from what um, making decisions based on things that were not truth. Okay. And with that, um, put down the bottle. Okay. And really stayed focused on, I want to change the generational patterns for my children. I want to change my life going forward. And so I was so excited when I finally realized these three things. Okay. Number one, I had to get really honest with myself. I mean, I had to be brutally honest. And y'all, sometimes in your honesty, it takes you to your knees and then you can look up, right? But when you take it to your knees, it is just raw. Like you're just in a place of complete surrender. And you know that if you don't, secrets keep you sick, people. So if you're not completely honest in your walk, it can be brutal, right? Um, and so honesty was huge for me. And I talk about that in my group, my community. If you want to join, it's called Empower the Yet. It's a Facebook group that I go and I talk in. Is when I do my challenges or my workshops in there, which I'm about to do a workshop in October on mindset. And so the second thing is take action. I had to take action. I had to take action. I didn't have a choice. At this point in my life, I knew I did not have a choice. I had to take massive action in my own life. Or I was just going to continue the same cycle, the same pattern that had been happening time after time after time after time. Am I perfect? Pfft, no. Okay. And I have to get real with myself. I have to ask for forgiveness for my kids, from my husband, from my friends, from clients, you still are real. It's how you handle it that makes all the difference, right? And then number three is serving others. I had to learn to get out of my head. I had to serve other people, not for my own good, but for the good of others. I had to take everything to prayer, everything to the Lord, everything. And so learning how to do that, finding ways to serve, finding ways to take action in my life that would sit me, it seems there are times where it seems like you're going backwards, but you're actually going forwards. You just can't see it. You just know you have to be honest in everything you do. You have to take that massive action. And so in my group, I talk about everything. Like I talk about my sobriety. I talk about you might have struggle with food or shopping too much, or maybe you just need to have a group of women that you feel like you can connect with motherhood, getting real about that. My gosh, y'all, I have 13-year-old to 2-year-old. So you talk about tots to teens. I got it going on over here for real. So, I just getting real and talking about life and business at the same time makes it seem like you can do it, right? Because you see all these people online and you're like, oh, she's got it so together. I'll never be like her. I never want somebody to think that I have it all together, that I'm not going to be real, because I am. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be real in my faith, and I'm going to talk the truth. And I'm going to tell you, like, if I see something in my spirit, I'm going to say, can I pray for you? Yeah, this is what I feel like is going on. So you better believe that you would be working in surrounding yourself around someone who is going to speak truth to you, because I love you and because I want the best for you. Just like I did for myself, and I want the best for my family and my kids, my husband, my friends, all the people that are around me. So join us in the group so you can get more information about the workshop that's coming up. And remember, if you really want to get true with yourself and slay your mindset, you have to be honest, you have to take action, and you have to start serving other people. Big virtual hugs to you guys. Until next time, remember, slay those giants, girl, to empower the yet so you can live happy, joyous, and free in Christ and change your family.